You don't really appreciate it until you touch it.
Yeah, I didn't want to come off that one.
Almost beading. Now then YouTube, how are you doing? Welcome to an MR2 video. I've got a couple of jobs that I want to do on the MR2 tonight, so I thought I might make a little video of it. Got some really easy things to install, such as this gear knob. A little white nylock gear knob from the ones on eBay, yeah, that's the ones. Now if you're thinking why not just get a Quaife one, because Quaife's about the same money. The Quaifes don't come in the right thread for this. This is a M12 by 125 thread, so yeah, you can't get an actual Quaife one. So I had to get a copy, but it's just a generic plain gear knob, innit? I was going to get black because obviously my hands are usually black and I can't see that staying white for long, but I guess we'll see. It might transform colour. I've also got some new rear drop links, but these aren't for an MR2. These are for a Civic Type R, an FN2. So the reason I've got these is I need some slightly longer drop links, by about an inch I reckon. Now the stock Toyota drop links are 200mm on the rear of the MR2. These are 226mm. So we'll be fitting these, and then whilst we've got the rear bumper off, because we may as well take the rear bumper off to do these, because it just makes it a lot easier. While we've got the rear bumper off, we'll try and get the final exhaust mount on, which requires some welding. I've not welded since my first glorious attempt on the Audi exhaust. What I need to do is take either the exhaust hanger that's on the chassis and move that along, or take the exhaust hanger that's off the exhaust and move that along. I just need to make it so that I can get an exhaust rubber on, or at least have a look and make a plan, something like that. I've also got a new steering wheel which arrived today. So Tom from Motorworks, one of his pals, I don't know if this is Tom's old wheel I think, but one of his pals had this, sold me at a very nice price, and yeah, it's a Momo 300. So I've wanted one of these for a little while. It's kind of offset as well with the steering being slightly low. I wanted one of these for the MRS, just to test really, because I've always had either a 330 or a 350mm in them, and yeah, I've always thought a smaller one would be good. And then Tog Time did a video basically saying the same, but he got an OMP one, whereas mine's Italia, you know. I've got some charm, I've got some taste, drive tastefully. So yeah, get this on. Obviously it's used, but it's a really nice wheel, so thanks for Tom for having the thought. I think he saw one of my videos and thought, hey up, I know someone with one of them, so yeah, I don't know if I'm going to put this on today because I don't have the spacer yet. I need to get myself a 40mm spacer off the hub, just so that I'm not bashing my indicator stalks or the wiper stalks with my hands when I'm doing the old yeah. Right, I'm going to start with the easiest one, getting the gear knob on. My hands are pretty clean at the minute as well, so hopefully I won't muck it too much putting it on. So I'll show you what it looks like. Right, I've just got the interior back together, had to put some things back in, as well as the steering wheel and the gear knob. I think we should go outside for the next part. I'm going to do the drop links next, which means getting the rear bumper off. Well, it doesn't mean getting the rear bumper off, but I want to be able to show you what I'm talking about with the different lengths of the roll bar. If you're thinking it's time to wash the car, then unfortunately you're incorrect. We need to take the bumper off, so no point washing it yet. It is hella dusty, I know, but anyway, this interior, so you can spot the gear knob straight away and you can see the wheel. Now just driving it out there, the wheel felt so much smaller, as you'd expect. It is a lot smaller, but you know, you don't really appreciate it until you touch it. Hey up, no homo. It's nice to hold. Feels really direct and small, just like the car, so you know, maybe it's a match made in heaven. Now I've got a track day booked because UK tracks are opening up next month, so got somewhere booked to test this out next month. I'm looking forward to that. That's not until, let's have a look, about 3 weeks away, so we've got some time to wait until the track day, but you know, we'll be able to get it ready for then, because we still need to bleed the brakes, put this exhaust hanger on, get some drop links for the front as well as the back. I have ordered some for the front, but they're fucking out of stock bastards, so I might have to order some more. But that's literally the only thing that's holding me back now, is these drop links. So let's get this bumper off. I wanted to show you my ejectocito switch as well. Oh yeah, looks like a charm. And I've got the length on the thing just right. It took a lot of fiddling about to get it just right. Right, so I'll get this bumper off and then I'll show you what I mean with these drop links. And then after that we'll probably go back inside and see if we can do some welding. Hey up, that'll be fun. Now the only reason I thought this would be easier with a bumper off is because of every MRS that I've known has never had rear wheel arch liners, and I forgot that I'd fitted some to this about a month ago. So where we're seeing wheel arch liners there,
now this is what I was hoping to see on the car that I took the wheel arch liners off. Okay, now there's the stock links. Look, I mean obviously this one's been bananaed slightly when I was trying to get it off. Had the big fucking spoon on there, look. Yeah, I didn't want to come off that one. So I've done myself no favours there by taking the rear bumper off at all. I'm going to take the wheels off now. Which is not what I want to do either, because I want to have it on the floor. Can I just maybe... Yeah, there's one bolt there, I might be able to... Okay, I just got this into a state in which I can probably show you. MRS, this silver bar that you can see, that's my white line anti-roll bar. So on the suspension on this car I've got some BC Racing coilovers. So when you lower the car, you move that position where the roll bar link attaches and you move it up. You're pushing it up towards the top of the car. So what happens is, if you lower the car and you're still using the standard drop links, your roll bar would point it up slightly. And it might not be that much, it might be a bit more than that, it might be this much, but this is all bad. Now, I don't know how bad it is, because the roll bar moves pretty freely and it's not really under any tension, and you'd have thought if you had the bar the same length at both sides then it wouldn't really matter. But based on what I've read, or you know, there's always best practice, isn't there? I think we should always try and adhere to the best practice where we can. Now the best practice for this would no doubt be an adjustable drop link, which is not what this is. This is, like I said earlier, from an FN2 Civic Type R, it's the front drop link. Now they use McPherson struts as well. They've got M10 threads, which is what we want. And like I said earlier, they're 26mm longer than the stock ones. So let me put this on and I'll show you how it looks. I don't know how anyone didn't spot this yet, but I think the roll bar's actually on upside down. Or maybe you have spotted it and you've been shouting at me in the comments. I think it's on the wrong way. I think I'm going to have to take the roll bar off and flip it. I've still not decided whether or not it's upside down, although I've just found that sticker there, look, and that's written in Australian, so it's clearly the other way, so I might just flip it. Okay, so I just got the roll bar flipped over, and I thought whilst the wheel was off, this is still fairly loose, but just thought I'd show you from the wheel side so you can get an idea. So, you know, my cheap fix has somewhat worked. It's not absolutely put me to the peak of performance of the roll bar, but I mean these drop links were I think £15 for two on eBay, compared with about 60 for an adjustable set. And you know, when it comes to an adjustable set, I was wanting to build my own really, so I might still do that, look into it, but for now that's okay. So I'm going to get this together, get the roll bar tied down. Like I say, I flipped it over now, I just need to tighten everything down, tighten the end links on both sides, and then I can put this back down. And then our last job for today is that exhaust, which I've just had a quick look at and it looks like it should be quite easy, but that would probably be quite easy for someone that could weld, but we'll have a go. Okay, we're on to the last part of today's video, so you have to start thinking what you're going to watch next now, what you're going to do, eh? So I've took the exhaust off, it's just in the vise, and now I'm going to try and grind that little bracket off, the little hanger that we need. So I can get to the weld, I flipped it upside down, that's why I took it off the car. I was going to try and do it in situ the best I could, but there just wasn't enough room, so it's only 2 bolts to get it off and a bit of fiddling. Now, I did notice that one of the rubbers that was holding the kind of tailpipe section off has deteriorated and gone as well, but I have got a spare, so we're going to be fixing the exhaust pretty good today. 2 new rubbers. Oh yeah. Flexible 4 metal. Haha, fuck off. Ta-da! Only a tiny little bit of exhaust to weld back up. I could see that I wasn't going to get all the way in, so I thought I'd cut it just where it is there. And then managed to wiggle it off, but I thought I was wiggling the weld off, not snapping the exhaust, but I guess that's the way she fucking goes, eh? What about no such thing as too big to weld? Easy. Okay, this isn't exactly going how I thought it would. Yeah, is this the stainless steel? Surely not. Is that when I'm having a bad time? I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe. It's a lot harder than what the Audi bodge was at least. Well, I don't know what that looks like. I might grind it and make it look a bit smoother. But I've just welded a nut on. So I went and got an M12 nut with a nice little flange on it, and it fit quite well. So obviously the welds again aren't the best. I don't know where these little ball things have come from, but... Okay, I don't see any reason why this should be any more difficult than just getting the exhaust in the right position by using the jack, just to raise that side. I've put my rubber on to the OEM mount that I wanted. And then yeah, I think I'm just gonna... It's really close to where it was. It's only like an inch higher or something at the max, which might make it fun to weld, but I think I'm just gonna put it there. So it's basically sat just on top of where the nut is really. And if I lower the jack down, the exhaust comes down a bit, so I'll have a bit of tension just there as well. So that should be perfect, but I don't know. I don't really know what's going on here. Okay, I'm all done with my welding. Now, this side you might be thinking that looks pretty terrible, right? But come round here. I managed to get this one going for ages, and it was glowing red fucking bright afterwards. It was so hot. But yeah, that's a nice one, isn't it? Doing the focusings. There we go, look. Hey up. Almost beading hellfire, eh? But yeah, that's strong now. And hopefully that won't leak any exhaust gases. So yeah, in the end I only really moved it by like an inch to the left. I can't really remember where it was. Hopefully I wasn't just being a spaz, because I did try it on with... I did try and get one of these on before, one of the exhaust rubbers, and the gap was... It basically wanted 2 exhaust rubbers, almost. I've just got the exhaust back on, so I think we'll give it a quick start, see if that exhaust blows with my patching up. It's definitely blowing a little bit. Well, I'm going to have to take that back off and weld it again. It's only very slightly, and it's around where the nut is. So I said that nut had a flange on it, which I thought allowed me to weld all the way around, and I thought I'd almost got it, and I can't have been far away. But, you know, it's nearly there. It's just a tiny little blow. I don't think it's making it any louder, although I didn't really tickle it, so could be that. But we've had a good day on the Toyota. A couple of new bits on, new steering wheel, Gknob, those drop links, and then the exhaust somewhat better, slightly better. Hopefully we'll get on with that next, but you never know. So I'll see you then.